Good morning, YouTube. YouTubians. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be a tutorial. We're just going to be doing some playing around here. I don't know why I woke up thinking about some John P. Keaton today, some JPK. A lot of my roots in music is from gospel. It is from gospel music. And bear with me here. Just wait for some things to populate. Waiting for a couple things to populate. My PC is running a little slower than normal. But again, I'd like to thank you all for coming to the channel. Boom. I don't think I was there. Let me see. Yeah, matter of fact, I can go kind of never shall. There we go. So we're going to type in what this never shall forget. Let's see.
Get out of here. 1, 2, 3, get up!
That's what I'm feeling like this morning. Some Reverend John P. Keaton. I don't know why. Never shall forget what you done for me. And you gotta play on John P. Keith's speed. You gotta play on John P. Keith's speed. Let me see.
We got a little song we sing it up church. I want to sing it now.
I can't do it too long on here.
It goes like this. It says,
You know, that's all I'm gonna give you from that. But when it comes to trying to, I guess, have fun with music. I go back. I do believe I have a book by John P. Keaton. I just don't feel like getting up and getting it. It is Memorial Day, the Sunday before Memorial's Day. It's the Sunday before Memorial's Day, and I feel, I had a good night on the town yesterday. Wifey and I, we went to see some family that came in, and we ate at a diner inside Planet Hollywood. The shop's called Flight. So check it out, man. The food is amazing. The drinks had you buzzing. Cousin, had the mimosa flight and the I believe it was the margarita flight, so they're pretty good. So you got nice. You got nice. You didn't get too nice, but you got nice, and we got nice enough. So it's been a great weekend, and that's got me feeling pretty nice as I'm bringing this information to you guys. I'll toggle some screens here so I won't have too much going on. I thought I did pull the YouTube up. Hold on for a minute. We're searching for a sound. When John P. Key came in with the I do. Uh, I know you guys couldn't see that structure, but yeah, from time to time, I like to come in. I think that's done in the key of. Let me see. I think that's done in the key of. I should have both of these up, right? Hold on. Let me see here. No. I think that's done in the key of. I'm gonna say G flat. G flat. See if I can pull some information about John P. Key up for a second. Okay, anyway, that's YouTube right there. And I think John P. Keaton was the bass player for Cameo. John, let's go to Google. www. Google Lights John P. A lot of the R&B sound that we experience going into the late 80s through the 90s came from gospel. That's where and keep this in mind, I said a lot of the late sounds. 1962, so he would be probably, a couple years younger than my father. As soon as we get this information up here, let me see. 2025 minus 1962. So he's 63. So that makes him 16 years older than I. June 4th. Okay. John Prince Key, born June 4th, 1962, is an American gospel singer and pastor. Key has been active for more than 35 years. Remember, a lot of you guys may remember when he came out with, let's see. Jesus is real. I know. I hope my mic is active. Jesus is real, John P. Keaton. Who remembers this?
Sit down. Jesus is real. Sit down. Sit
You hear that classical? You hear that classical? You hear that classical when you go back and you hear that classical?
Sit down. Jesus is real. Sit down.
Listen to this one more time. You see that classical? So when it comes to how you want to tailor your plan, I go back and I listen to. I call these the greats, and we're gonna focus on him for right now. I want to figure out how they're rooted in. In the mid '80s, he formed a community choir in Charlotte known as the New Life Community Choir. He was if you ask me, Fred Hammond. There's not much about him. Wow. John P. Key. There's not much about him. John P. Key. Let me do it this way then. John P. Key and Cameo. Let me see. There we go. Not Cameo, music collaborations. Before establishing his gospel career, John P. Key played with several well-known groups, including Cameo, Donald Byrd, and the Blackbirds. So yeah, John P. Key played with Cameo, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was on the bass guitar. John P. Key. Let's see, not publicly with an estimated range, engagement, singer-songwriter, John P. Key. Musical. Petty. Hold on, I think I'm spelling that wrong. Pedagogy. Musical. There we go. Pedagogy. Encompasses the principles of practicals. Musical pedagogy. Pedagogy encompasses the principles and practices of teaching music. It focuses on how to effectively impart knowledge. There you go, right there. John. And keep this in mind, we might get into some playing today. I'm still trying to wake up. Boom. He's got an exclusive interview on YouTube. Singing and musical talent. He began playing the piano when he was 8. See, this is the stuff we're listening to. See, Wikipedia doesn't do his just due. So we're going to have to go back to this NC Music Educators Association to just see how great he is. John Prince Key was born in Durham, North Carolina, the 15th of 16 children in a family full of music and church. From a young age, John showed singing and musical talent. He began playing the piano when he was 8. Inspired by the music he heard in church, he began writing songs. When he was 13, John and bassist Clinton Chip Sheeran began a jazz trio and a gospel community choir in Durham. Because of his musical gifts, John entered the North Carolina School of Arts in Winston-Salem when he was 14, and his 2 brothers, Wayne and Al, moved to California, where they attended the Yuba College Conservatory School of Music in Marysville. So you see this guy knows his stuff. He also began performing with groups such as Cameo, there it is right there, and Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds, and moved back to North Carolina when he became National Music Director with Miss Black Teenage Pageants. Yeah, this guy, if I could sit down and have an interview with John P. Key, and I know he has many interviews, and I think he suffered a illness that he got very ill, and it almost it was, he got pretty sick. So if you want to study the greats, just start pulling out some of these old gospel heads, especially when it comes to, I want to change this voice in for a minute. Key, let's see. Let's go to key. What are we doing? G flat or F sharp? Let's go G flat. Should I change the instrument? So we can do that C flat. Do you want to take it there to your G flat major 7. So yeah, usually when I have no idea. Maybe that's the Lord saying, "Hey, pray for the man, pray for him. Let's see if we can switch this instrument up." But yeah, usually when I try to reach for musical inspiration, I think about the old heads. Here's one thing that I want to do right now, though. Since I am on this, how long? I've been recording for 15 minutes and 38 seconds. Since I'm on this, we're gonna get back to. We're gonna get back to that. And we're gonna start with the intro, which is gonna be we're gonna start off with the intro. We're gonna get back there soon. We're gonna get back there soon. But sometimes I like to take a left at this so-called Normandy. Try to wake up. Let you guys know where I get my sounds from, where I reach from to get my musical inspiration. I wish I could change keys. Let me move this over just slightly, just a little bit. Instruments, mute, show, color, sustain. Let me see instrument here. Real keys, vector, MIDI, bass guitar, MIDI drums. Okay, let me move this down a little bit. We got the acoustic piano. Bright acoustic, electric. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to change this real quick, so bear with me here. Okay, there we go. And keep this in mind, I don't really... Oh, yeah. You guys rarely see me on here. Electric Grand. Okay, so now we got that out the way. Yeah, but these are some of the places I go to reach for my inspiration. I go to listen to some John P. I forgot how phenomenal Eric Benet is as a singer, and he was doing a song called what do you call that? Him and Tamia. Let's go see if I can get here. Boom. If you guys ever want to, Eric, Noochie, Noochies. I actually stumbled upon this Eric Benet Noochies live from the porch. It's almost like a help me out here. It's almost like an NPR Tiny Desk.
What's going on? Honored to be here. Love me some music. Harry Hilton.
didn't know he did the whole thing live from the porch. Tamia. Let me see. See if I can get a different clip. No, that was a whole 15 minutes. So yeah, it's kind of like they're doing a tiny desk. But I'm digging that intro. Let's see if I can pull it up. Anyway, a lot of times where when I dig an intro out, I like to ear hustle it at times. There are times that I also like to pull the tutorial. And then there are also times that I just like to get to the purchasing of the music because I just think it's pretty good. And I like to have it in my collection. Sometimes I may go to music notes. And I guess we can title this episode My Workflow to Inspiration. Yeah, let's title this My Workflow to Inspiration. You know, it's kind of like let me see, what was that John P. Keith song? Let me see if I can. I wish I could drop that a little bit more. Anyway, I'm just having fun here. Having fun here, trying to draw out some inspiration. Let me see. First of all, let's see if they have any John P. Key in there. So they got Jesus is Real, The Anointing, Traded. They got Traded in there. View More, 104. See, this is how great. Well, let's title this Remembering John P. Key for some reason. Let's title this that. See what we got going on here. Jesus is Real. The Anointing, Trade all my life. I won't leave anymore. It could have been I Know You. All right, Wash Me, Come In, Perfect Plan. Show Enough, Stand. They don't have I Do. All the songs that you would think they have, they don't have. Okay, to Change Me. Look at all these songs. I Surrender. John P. Key. I Do. I Shall Do. I Do Worship. Let me see. Was it in G flat like I thought it was? Was it in G flat? There it is. Let me see. Was it the A? So he's going from an A flat. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit here. Move that over. Bring this over. These are some of the sources I go to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 flats. 1, 2, 3, 4. G flat, A flat, B flat, C. Yeah, but I don't know why he's coming out with the if you're looking at the playing, I guess that's the intro. So he's coming out with the G flat over D, but I played it. These are things I do to test my hearing. And they're saying this is going to be a A flat minor 7. But I think it sounds better. I do worship. I do worship. I do worship you. So I was kind of right. I was kind of right on the lyrics. Kind of right. But back to another source that I'm drawing inspiration from. Eric Benet. B-E. Eric Benet, I'm yours. Let's go with Spend My Life With You. Maybe I'm spelling his name right. Spend My Life With You. Eric Benet. I want to spend my life with you. We're going to click on right there. And yeah, instead of me ear hustling, sometimes I like to play it as it is written. Sometimes I like to play it as written. And this is going for 9 pages. Let me make sure I've got enough printer paper. Okay, we got that going. And this is some of my resources. Maybe I should title this some of my resources that I use. Add PDF height as resolution. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is done in the key of A flat. We're gonna add that to cart. I believe I'm already signed in. Proceed to checkout. Things got a little bit. Hold on, let me see. Add PDF. So we're going to proceed to checkout. It's probably going to ask me to sign in. Boom. Sign that in. Now we're going to go back over. My shopping cart is empty. Go back to. It wasn't supposed to do that. Sign out. My account. I hate when it does this. Spend my life with you. Okay, we're gonna go back here. Spend my life with you, Eric. Did I already have this? Spend my life with you, Eric Benet. A flat major. Sometimes they change things on this site. Okay, add PDF high resolution, boom. Now we're gonna add it to cart. $7.99. Proceed to checkout. Okay, and I wanna complete this order here. Sometimes I love to use the ears. And sometimes I don't wanna donate because I'm doing this by donating. Ooh, Joshua earned 20,000 bonus amount. Only spent 500. Blah blah blah. Okay, we're gonna get out of there. Click on go to my sheet music. And keep this in mind. This is a record of everything I have. I want to download the PDF or do I want to print? Let's go to print. A flat is the original key. See, this was a little different, so we're gonna get out of there. How much time do I have left here? I'm at the 30. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Music notes. Grr. That wasn't supposed to kick me out like that. What time is it? 9:28. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay, I am still signed in. I want to go to my account, wishlist, order history. Boom. Spend my life with you. Let's download that PDF. Go here, A flat major. Oh, I'm sorry. Boom. Looking for it. It's right there. I'm gonna go up here, and there it is. There it is. So when I think of, I really don't need that. So when I start thinking of a song, and what makes the song so great, get out of there, please. You got stuff just happening here. I start looking at the writers of the music: George Nash, DeMonte Posey, and Eric Benet. And I'll say, when I sit there and say, hey, that song is really a good song, from Contemporary Wedding and Love Songs, 2nd edition. No, I'm not going to play this for weddings. I like it for the sound. So we're going to print that. Boom. 1, 2, 3. We got all pages. Make sure it's in black and white. Make sure it's not in front to back. 4 options. Nope, one side. Print. I collect music, people. I collect music books, music things. And don't worry, we're gonna go through the entire collection eventually. So as I'm printing that out, when I say, okay, that was a really great song, sometimes I like to sit there and see why a song was pretty good. Google.com. I'm going up to our friend Google, and there was a name. I hope this is pretty. George Nash, DeMonte Posey. And again, this is some of my workflow when I start digging into my musical bag. Let's look up George Nash real quick. Get out of there. Let's start looking up Georgenase, American actor. So George Nash is a record producer. Okay. NAWC has spent his time as a producer, composer, and music arranger. I'm just digging into these guys. So if you guys ever want inspiration, ever want to make your music better, hey, all you gotta do is follow these steps. Dig into them, smooth, decorous. Okay, about George Nash: smooth, decorous, and easy to appreciate. Best describes the sound, mastermind of truth. Blah blah blah. Click on learn more. Nature carried the top 40 songs before I could appreciate what it takes for me to produce. So I spent years studying the structure, nature, and character of top 40 songs before I could appreciate what it would take for me to produce great songs. It wasn't until my devoted time behind the scenes for cover bands that I gained the musical dexterity to create great demos and songs, of which, when I did, helped Eric Benet along with sister Lisa Jordan in their first recording deal with EMI Records, and shortly after, Eric's solo recording deal with the Warner Brothers. Okay, so we're gonna have to that intro. So George Nash is another one that we're gonna have to look into, and DeMonte Posey. Put that right there. I need to get some paper clips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. Yeah, this is just me on a Sunday doing what I like to do sometimes, and just doing research on what made or what makes DeMonte Posey. So DeMonte Posey is also a music producer. Click on him. And usually when I listen to these guys, I go to YouTube and check out some interviews about them. But yeah, how long are we going on? 35 minutes? Yeah, this is some of my workflow. Some of my workflow. And yes, we'll get back to playing. That will do. Let's close all these down. Boom. So you can get you just right there where you belong. Yeah, this is some of my workflow process behind the scenes of the. Let's change that. Let's get that instrument out of there. Boom. Yeah, this is what I do when this is my workflow before that leads to the. Before I get there, this is some of my workflow. I'm sitting there researching musicians, what made us sound so great. I'm digging into their history. So if you guys want to know, I know this is long-winded. But I ain't got nothing else better to do today but sit down and just relax. I was going to do some work, but we're going to talk about exactly why we celebrate Memorial's Day as an American tradition. I might just throw out a quick short about it. But hey guys, I hope you have a very good Sunday and a very good Memorial's Day Monday. Eat some barbecue, celebrate, relax. Don't relax too much because you gotta work on Tuesday. Peace. I'm out.